Today I'm going to talk about red lights, all kinds of red lights. Well, 4 different kinds of red lights. And it's going to be fact-based, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to make this fun for you. So why don't you watch it all the way through? I want you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And leave me a comment. Leave me a red emoji. It must be red, okay? Let's go. High five. Today we're going to talk about red lights. Red lights! There are 4 kinds of red lights that I'm going to talk about. First, this is not red, this is blue. They're solid red. It looks kind of orangey, doesn't it? But it is red. At night it's red. Let's talk about red lights. The other day I mentioned it, and I had a few, more than a couple people ask me about red light therapy. Yeah, they say that red light therapy is really, it's a thing. I know, because I see it. At Planet Fitness, they offer it. So let's get started with red lights. What's going on with red lights? So I made you coffee because we're going to sit back. I'm going to give you some facts. I did some digging. And so I'm going to give you some facts, okay? There you go. Cheers. And it's freshly made. And stay all the way to the end because I'm going to talk about the red light district. What's the history on the house of ill repute? Oh my gosh. Let's find about the houses of ill repute. Why did they call them the red light district? So let's get started. Let's get started with the red lights. These are pink and blue, but here's a red one. Yeah, I'll keep that one on. Red, there's my red light district. Okay, here we go. Let's clear something up. Not all red lights are created equal. Right, okay? Now, this is an ambient red light, like for your home or in your van or while you're out camping. They say if you're outside at night and you're camping, it's a good idea if you're going to go maybe walk and go, for you guys, you're going to go pee against a tree or something at night. And if you can't see, take a little red light with you, like a little, I have one, it's like a flashlight thing, but it's got this little teeny red light, and it really does help to see so you don't fall down. Let me get that closer. Okay, so here's the deal with that. The ambient red light, it's a regular red bulb or LED strips. That's a very small measurement for the speed of light. It's a nanometer. It creates a cozy, melatonin-friendly space. It really does. That's why a lot of people that live in vans, I mean, it can be dark in here. Obviously, I got lighting problems, up the yin-yang. I have to keep moving that light because it comes to go darker. But yeah, minivans are very dark, especially at night, because we got our window coverings up and we want to have privacy in here. So, and the red light isn't just for privacy. When it's such a low light, like at 660 nanometers, it doesn't inhibit our melatonin from rising up so that we can sleep, because that's what helps us sleep. The melatonin, yeah. It's what helps us to fall asleep. I keep moving it, I know. Okay. And it helps you wind down at night. It protects your sleep rhythm. It's not therapeutic, just gentle light, easy on eyes and nerves. Well, one of the questions that I received is, a couple of you actually said, yes, I have read about that red light is good for your skin. So I think I wanted to clear this up in my own mind too. So I do my research because I'm very curious. I'm curious, yes. I'm always digging in. I'm always digging it up. I'm digging up the facts because I want to know these things. So that's that. It is not therapeutic, except for our brain and our body to fall asleep. Red light therapy devices, okay? They're medical or spa grade panels, and they use high intensity LEDs. They use many of them, from 630 to 850 nanometers. So, and then near infrared can be 810 to 850. Deeper tissue, they reach deeper tissues, muscles, joints, and recovery. Now it must touch your bare skin. Now the same color as ambient red, like my red, but 10 to 100 times stronger energy. Okay, there you go. Now here's some facts about red light therapy. When we say 630 to 850 nanometers, it means that 360 to 660 nanometers visible red wavelengths, surface level, benefits skin and collagen circulation. But 810 to 850 nanometers near infrared wavelengths, they penetrate deeper inside the muscle recovery and inflammation reduction. Okay. Okay, there is a limited amount of long-term, high-quality clinical research, specifically on the kinds of full-body red light therapy boosts that you find at gyms like Planet Fitness. I've seen them there. I've never used one before. They're often branded as Total Body Enhancement or Beauty Angel. And here's a breakdown of what the research does show and where the gaps are. Because, I've seen those, and I was a black card. You have to be a black card holder in order to use things like that. They have tanning boosts, which I would never use. And of course, I did use the massage chairs or the massage beds. Those are great. Here's my issue as far as price goes. This is a little offshoot. It was $10 for regular membership. Then I believe it was like $24 for a black card. Now they're up to $28. So that's almost 3 times the amount. Do I really want to spend that for the massage chairs? I don't think so. Okay, here's what the research says about those total body enhancement boosts. Studies show that red and near infrared light in the 600 to 900 range can help with skin conditions, wrinkles, texture, healing, I know my lips are just not working today. There we go. Let's get them going. Mitochondria function. I've been talking about the mitochondria a lot. And mild inflammation. The Cleveland Clinic states, most experts say that they don't know yet if RTL is effective, which is the red light therapy, is effective for all its claimed uses. Yeah, they don't know that yet for sure. Some reviews flag that many studies are small. They vary in wavelength and power, or are in animals, or vitro rather than long-term human trials. So, I wondered about that. I would ask the people at the counter about the red light. They don't know. Most of them are kids. They're like 21. So they don't know. They're not trained to know those things, even though it's there. I know that there are instructions there, but you really have to dig yourself, which I like to do. And I'm doing it for you. Okay. What we don't have strong evidence of yet. We don't have strong evidence of long-term randomized controlled trials of full-body gym boosts, like the ones in Planet Fitness. measuring outcomes like muscle recovery, fat loss, bone strength, or systemic health over years. There's literally no long-term studies on it. Clear, standardized parameters for those booths, exact wavelengths, power density, exposure time, and distance, and validation of those parameters match what the lab studies use. For example, one review of a gym booth found it delivered 13 MW/CM2 exposure. That's not good. So, yeah, I mean, you just don't know. Are they working right? Who knows? Maybe that one's a malfunction. And when you use it, it's taking off a month of your life. Yeah. Robust clinical outcomes across diverse populations for the booths in question. Many users report anecdotal benefits, but that's different from large clinical data. Long-term safety data specific to repeated use of these types of booths in non-medical settings. There's just no data on that. But wait, there's more. If you use Planet Fitness red light booths, the total body enhancement machines, the full body red light pods plus vibration plate uses non-UV, low intensity red LEDs. Safe for skin, no tanning, no heat, just light energy. Okay, now, here's a schedule that you could use. Start 2 to 3 sessions a week, build up to 4 to 5 if you enjoy it, and each for 10 minutes. Okay? You can preset the time. I think that's your preset time. Tips: remove thick makeup or sunscreen because they block the light. Take off all jewelry and hydrate well before and after using. You can do it before or after a workout. Either one works. No need for a shower afterward. It's light, not heat or sweat therapy. Okay. There you go. If you still want to use one. I might try one. I mean, if I get the black card. Okay, we've talked about my lights. My red light. Ooh, red light. We just talked about the infrared red light therapy. Now I'm going to talk about natural red light, dawn and dusk healing. Okay, this is what those booths are trying to simulate. Early sun and sunset give off the same red infrared wavelengths, no UVs. What happens is it tells your brain, your hypothalamus, it's time to wake up. Or at dusk, it's time to sleep. It helps balance melatonin, cortisol, and circadian rhythm naturally. It boosts mitochondria gently. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, just a little nudge, gentle. And the body's natural phototherapy. Wow. Yeah, well, let me keep going, and then I'll give you my rendition of what's going on. How to do it if you want to use this. Step outside or open your van door within 15 minutes of sunrise or before sunset for 15 minutes. Let light hit your face and forearms for 2 to 5 minutes. No sunglasses, just breathe and let the light in. It works even through thin clouds. Consistency matters more than strength. That means to do it every day. Yeah. Well, I would love to do it. Here's my issue. What I find is that we have so many buildings now that block us. If you're going to courtside, or if you're out where you can catch the sun on the east and on the west when it sets, and you don't have any blockage, go for it. Do it 15 minutes before the sun rises, and do it for about 5 to 8 minutes. Just let it hit your face, your arms. You don't have to get naked like you do in those Planet Fitness booths, right? Yeah. And then again at dusk, about 15 minutes before the sun goes down. It's red. Go out there and let it hit your body, your face. Take off your sunglasses and let it hit you. Isn't that cool? So that's really what those booths are trying to simulate. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about houses of ill repute, the red light district. The term red light district comes from the literal use of red lights. Yeah. Lanterns, historically used to mark brothels or sex work areas. Why red? Because, listen to this. Okay, I really had to question this. Why red? Because at night a red lantern stood out. And in the Amsterdam case, red lit windows became iconic for the trade. So I'm like, wait a minute. I was told that red light doesn't stick out at night. So what I found, the answer will be down here, but just to give you a clue, what I found is that if you have like these red lights here, it's a less intense red light, okay? And it depends on what's in the background. If there's other things in the background, that red is just, goes away. But if it's completely dark, that red will stand out. So it is a bit, it's paradoxical, isn't it? Okay, so when you walk through a red light district today, the name isn't metaphorical. It's a visual legacy of how the areas were marked. Then pivot, and ironically here, we are talking about red lights that heals your skin and mind. I know. Totally different vibe from its earlier role as signage for something else. We know, yeah. The phrase red light district appears in print in the U.S. as early as 1894. Dictionaries define it simply as so-called from the traditional practice of employing red lights to indicate houses of prostitution. One theory, in the 19th century, American towns, notably frontier towns, brothels and saloons used red lanterns to signal their presence. The town Dodge City in Kansas is often cited in folk history for this. But I thought red lights were not visible much at night. The point of contrast, red light is less visually glaring in low light than white or blue light. But that doesn't mean it's invisible. So red light is not invisible to somebody even standing off. It still draws attention if it's the only color source in a dark area. You can say a dim red lantern may not flood a room. It softly glows like this, yes. It softly glows. But in a dark alley, it becomes a beacon. Yes. That's why red lantern windows in old brothels stood out. Not because the light was ultra bright, but because everything else around it was darker. Okay. Did you like it? Red light. Yeah. Another red light, I suppose, is stop. So red means stop. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really do. It was kind of fun to look all this stuff up. I don't know if you're going to go, tell me in comments, have you ever used one of those booths at Planet Fitness or other gyms? Have you ever used one? Or maybe they are prescribed medically? Red light therapy? Let me know. I didn't look up. So, there you go. Do you feel smarter? I love you guys. I love you guys a lot. In my comment. I'm going to pin it, and in my video description, I've got a list of all my books. Please pick one. Support me. They're not expensive. It's a win-win for all of us. And if you have read one and you haven't on Amazon left me a review, please go do that. It really helps me out too. I love you guys a lot. Mwah. That was my alarm. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? Bye.